Hi, this is Katrina McIntyre, and I'll be talking to you about trait theory. We'll start with one of the earliest individuals that was interested in personality study, and that would be Theophrastus, who actually was a student of Aristotle. Then we have William Wundt. He studied behavior through physiological labs. We have Francis Galton. He studied differential psychology. We had Sigmund Freud, of course. He was interested in psychiatry, especially neuroses and psychoses. And then we have Dilthey and Springer, who were interested in the cultural context based on the natural sciences, which would be, of course, biology, physics, and chemistry. Our trailblazers would definitely begin with Carl Jung. He believed that traits were actually hereditary and that they remained stable throughout life. Myers and Briggs were a mother and daughter team that developed the MBTI test. They would study introverts, extroverts, and how we perceive and understand knowledge. For instance, through thinkers and feelers. Hans Eysenck developed the big three factors, which would include extroversion, neuroticism, and psychoticism, or ENP. He developed factor analysis and the EPQ test as well. Extroversion and neuroticism were also shown to predict assertive traits in comparison with behavioral systems. David Kersey, of course, is well known for his temperament sorter, which is a self-assessment. And John Digman, who I believe was a wonderful person as well, worked at the Oregon Research Institute, and he was instrumental in the 5-factor model. The pioneer for trait theory, I would definitely say, would be Gordon Allport. Gordon was very close to his Christian mother. His father became an MD later in life. He was influenced to enter the field of psychology by his brother. He later earned his PhD in psychology. He wrote the first trait theory book, or personality textbook, in 1937. We would consider him the original trait theorist. He focused on our individuality and our need for autonomy. He taught social ethics under Richard Cabot at Harvard, and he also taught psychology at Dartmouth College. He also was a self-professed Christian. Language and human relations definitely have a significant role to play in trait theory. Traits basically are expressed as our thoughts, emotions, and actions. An accurate representation would be the 5-factor model, which I would say is basically the preferred model, specifically Costin McRae's, which would be the OCEAN, which stands for openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. There has been developed as well a personality inventory sampling specifically for languages. Those would include German, Portuguese, Hebrew, Chinese, Korean, and Japanese. As far as the study of neuropsychology, it is believed that some traits are actually used to buffer stress and determine behavior. Social desirability traits can be measured with the help of communication apprehension and argumentativeness factors. If we are scored at an appropriate level in these areas, we would actually be considered healthy and normal. Also, as far as professional traits, which many employers, of course, would desire for us to have, those would include integrity, personal code of ethics, responsibility, fair-mindedness, and attention to detail, employer loyalty, and dependability, just to name a few. The evolution of brain chemistry is controversial, but specifically the phenotype represents represents an acquired trait that is observable. It is based upon its genotype and the environment. Characteristics are inherited, which many trait theorists agree with, which basically would be considered under the communibiology theory. Brain functions also have been explained to be connected to temperament, psychiatric disorders, and behavioral and clinical applications. Much of this would be done through brain imaging. Beatty and Makrowski have done quite a bit of work on trait theory with regard to genetic dispositions. And Makrowski specifically with regard to his understanding of trait structures have been included in studies done with communication traits in Eysenck's Big Three structure. Some of these studies reveal patterns that support neurobiology and, again, communibiology. There have been some unusual studies done as far as traits and American culture with regard to Freud's anal training. And this specifically says that if we teach our children to go to the potty in a timely yet sensitive manner, they will not become rebellious. They will be able to handle external interference well. This has been very unusual, to say the least, as far as this symbolism and the tie to American history and our need for individualism. It is a well-known fact that the Puritans thought very highly of literacy in the written word. So from very early on, the United States has always valued any form of communication in the literary format, through scripture, speeches, diaries, historical documents, the list goes on. As a matter of fact, U.S. children have been criticized for being masters of their own fate. Very interesting, I think. Personality traits and the paranormal has also been studied. There is a scale by the name of the Paranormal Belief Scale that studies factors such as traditional religious beliefs, PSI, witchcraft, superstition, spiritualism, extraordinary life forms, and precognition. It has been found that those traits of agreeableness and conscientiousness are those individuals that basically would reject the paranormal in lieu of traditional religious values. And they also would be found to have a more positive worldview. Neuroticism has actually been linked with religion in general, but specifically superstition. They have very high levels of anxiety and have a strong need for control. Openness in particular is correlated with the paranormal because they are very open-minded to new concepts and ideas. They also, interestingly enough, will reject, for the most part, religious fundamentalism. In regard to some of these studies, they seem to have an evolutionary interpretation. So that would definitely need to be taken into consideration. Communication within families that have adolescents has been a very interesting study as well. It has been found, of course, that there are high levels of stress in these families. Some say due to the fact that teenagers are in conflict themselves. They are struggling for autonomy and independence. They are uncertain, and they may be insecure. So the communication in these homes may be difficult, to to say the least. Teenagers have been found to view family members negatively, to find them very anxious, although they highly value relationships with their parents. They do require a lot of love and honesty and support to thrive, and they also seem to exaggerate differences between themselves and their parents. Parents and other family members, on the other hand, have a little bit of a different dynamic. Although parents and teens also seem to exaggerate power struggles that may be going on, either real or imagined, in the home. Mothers are found to be supportive and a lot more positive. Fathers have also been found to be supportive but less involved. Anxiety per se in a home with adolescents seems to have some correlation with marital equality between the husbands and their wives and teen gender. In conclusion, I would say that the study of trait theory has the potential to foster healthy behavior in relationships through greater understanding.